Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to RPG Corner, where once again we're continuing our adventures in The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time we left off, we finished our stopover day in Berea Hard, and now we have to go to the mansion, Duke Alberea's mansion up there to progress the story. So that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what you're going to do too, because you're watching me do it. So let's go. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Enter the Alberea family mansion. Holy shit, that's huge. Wow, Eustace is rich. He kind of makes the Imperial family look poor by comparison.
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Reen.
Hey, Eustace.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us,
First Lieutenant Ingalls.
and we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
Why are you making things comfortable for a criminal? Fix this back a little bit. There we go.
You have my thanks.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody. At least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others. He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do.
Jeez. So glossy, the floor. Look at it. The reflection and everything.
Sick. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Annex. Duke's quarters. Eustace. Or you could just open the map. Oh, hello, are you looking for Lady Scarlet's room? It's quite far down the corridor on the annex's first floor. Thanks, how do I get to the annex though? Oh, my apologies. Turn left here and make your way out into the courtyard. There's a path on the right side of the fountain, which if you follow will... I think I understand where to go now, and that's that it's going to be a really long walk. Good day to you. Please leave everything here in our hands. His Grace is confined to the mansion, but he is permitted a degree of freedom within its walls. Rest assured that the terrorist S is being treated with care as well. Let's use Eustace's room. Oh, you're looking for Lord Eustace's room? Please turn to the right here. You'll find it at the very end of the hall on the right wing's third floor. I see. Thank you very much. That said, His Grace and Lord Eustace have a lot on their minds at the present. Please do try to be quiet while inside the mansion, so as not to disturb them needlessly. Of course, I'll be as quiet as I possibly can. My apologies, but His Grace has firmly expressed that he does not want to meet with anyone at the present time. I must ask you to turn back, of course. Sorry to disturb you. fine. I didn't want to meet with him anyways. Go to Eustace's room. Oh, it's not even gonna let you walk through. It's just gonna kind of have you appear. And his room is tiny by comparison to this place. But it's still nice looking. He's got himself a little sort of, I guess, a foyer. I don't know. I'm just assuming that's what a foyer is. I don't have one of those in my real life, so check him out. He's looking at his cool stuff here. The RMP should be able to take care of the mansion for the time being. Perhaps this is a chance for me to take one of the horses out for a final ride before I leave. Oh, that's it? You know what, now that oh, what's this? There's a copy of a car magazine called Imperial Car Yearly here. Wow, this thing has so many new models in it. This coloring might actually work with the well on the bike, come to think of it. Green used this magazine as inspiration for the Nuke bike color, Windy Coloring. Neato. Yeah, when your house is so big that when you walk through it, it just requires teleportations instead of actual walking, you know you got it made. Visit Scarlett's room. Jeez. It just opens automatically. Oh.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing. But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad.
She's got depression now.
Sounds like you're doing all right at least. That's good.
My only complaint is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
I did. Though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe. I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacrament. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. It made me happier than you could imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister. Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church begins and ends with priests and mass. As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end, just before I went out on my first mission. I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
Okay. Can I teleport? Oh, wait. I can go to the airport. Nope. The airport. Aeroporto. Yep, there we go. Aeroporto. The Crimson Wings awaits. Should I go back inside? I feel like there's still more to see here. No, there isn't. Returning to the Courageous will cause the main story to advance. Any unseen bonding events will no longer be available. Return to the Courageous. Suppose I'll head back inside. Can't. I can sit and wait for the others to get back. Rain. Looks like we caught you just the right time. Were you planning on going inside too? Oh, hello. What's wrong? You seem all flustered. Well, we got a message from the guys still inside the ship. They said that something's happened over in Crossbell. Oh, shit. In Crossbell. We saw the city covered by a blue barrier from where Corellia Fortress was, but it's not that, I'm guessing. Believe it or not, it's something even weirder. I'm planning to go and get a closer look at it. Would you mind grabbing everyone else still in town and bringing them back here? We'll be getting everything ready for liftoff in the meantime. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll leave everything here to you. Couldn't they just phone call everybody? Everyone back to the ship immediately. Told it would be much more efficient. Reen quickly left to find his classmates. Once everyone was gathered at the airport, they boarded the Courageous, then promptly took off. Hey.
Upper rank you go.
Upper rank you
Here's
go.
a bonus from the academy.
Aura jacket too.
Wow, that must have been tough.
Yeah, a bit.
I'm so proud of you, Reen.
Urs. Course to the east-northeast is clear. All hands remain vigilant. The ship's approaching maximum cruising speed. Should be getting close to the fortress soon. Please get in touch with the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh my, I think I can see something in the distance. What the? I'm getting some very strange readings here.
Oh, I can see Crossbell now.
There seems to be something emitting light in the distance as well.
What in the world is that?
Oh shit. There's a giant tree. What the shit is that?
I don't know.
That blue barrier that was surrounding the city before is gone.
But now there's something even more unbelievable in its place.
An azure tree?
Yeah, it looks like a tree to me too. It's got all those branches coming out of it.
I don't think trees so vast even exist in legend. Never mind in reality.
Yeah, there's something completely otherworldly about it.
Do you know what it is, Celine?
I wish I did. There's nothing like that in any of the clan's legends.
Just what is happening over in Crossbell?
That's what I'd like to know too. Is that the Pentagrel? It is. I'm sure they know what's going on.
Now that's damned impressive. It must be over 2,000 arch tall.
Oh, never thought I'd come face to face with something that big in my lifetime. Life's just full of surprises.
Oh, this is the very essence of beauty. So this is the fruit of the Azure Zero project, a testament to the power of human obsession.
Looks like everything did go according to plan. Not that any other outcome was ever a possibility with my illustrious lord lending a hand.
So that showed up as a result of that phantasmal blaze plan of yours? And you're planning on spawning something like that over here too?
That we are. What you see before you is a miracle born of human hands, made manifest by the Zero Child.
Who the hell's the Zero Child?
The end of the second movement is finally nigh. Let the preparations begin. This story's finale is bound to be one to remember.
Guess it's almost time to wrap things up. Wonder if it'll go how she and Campanella wanted to, though.
Heimdall, the Vermilion capital. Valflame Palace, former Chancellor's office.
Excuse us, Lord Rufus.
Oh shit, who's this? It's these bastards.
Well, well. If it isn't General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius. I had thought you were still on the Western Front. Might I ask what brings you here?
Do you even need to ask? First Ruhr, now Bereahard. The Eastern Front is collapsing as we speak. I see no reason for us to remain in the West any longer.
I wouldn't go quite that far, General. As long as the West remains well protected, Heimdall will not fall. As for Nortia and the elements which sided with Duke Alberea, they could always abandon their neutrality. The war is still ours for the winning. That hasn't changed.
An impressive analysis.
By the way, would you happen to know anything about that vast tree that's sprouted up in Crossbow? Is it even a tree to begin with?
I haven't viewed it from up close, but the pictures were like nothing I'd ever seen. It could be completely harmless, but it's likely causing Erebonians in the East no shortage of anxiety just by being there.
I quite agree, and that concerns me as well. Still, Duke Cayenne insists its appearance was planned. There should be nothing to fear.
Really now?
I was aware he was affiliating himself with some suspicious society of sorts. Could the two be related?
What happens behind the scenes is of no concern to us, I suppose. We are warriors. We live to fight on the battlefield. So, dear Chief of Staff, who is our next opponent to be?
Getting right down to business, I see. I'd like for the two of you to defend the capital. Your opponents are to be the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions, who will be advancing upon it within the next few days.
Oh, is that so?
What? So they're risking everything in an attempt to take back Heimdall?
That is what I predict will happen, yes. I think Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex will prove to be enough entertainment for the two of you, wouldn't you agree? After all, only the best will do for the two strongest soldiers the Provincial Army has to offer.
All right, you win. You have my attention. The prospect alone has my blood boiling in anticipation.
I concur. Very well. We shall do as you say. This is sure to be a clash for the ages.
Whatever happened to Laura's dad? Did they just defeat him? And like, oh, boring, done, been here, done that. Same time, under Valflame Palace. What's going on? What is this? Some kind of weird elevator thing. Oh shit. Cedric Ray Sarnor. What are they doing with the
I had
prince?
no idea all this existed right under the palace. Dukayan, can I ask exactly where we're going?
There is no need to look so concerned, Your Highness. The place we are traveling to is to the center of this city. No, this country. And a place that governs a great power. It is where everything both ends and begins.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Probably gonna kill the prince.
Please, be careful of your footing. If you were to fall off the platform, you most assuredly would go splat and die.
Now, it won't do to frighten him. And I must say, I don't recall doing so ever being part of your duties.
Pardon me. I believe we're almost there.
I've been waiting for you.
Vita Clotilde? The opera singer? What are you doing in a place like this?
Greetings, witch. I see that tree emerged successfully.
It certainly did. All that remains now is to continue the preparations here. However, let me remind you that under no circumstance...
If you would, spare me. You've made yourself perfectly clear on occasions past. And I am hardly enough of a fool to attempt to defy commands from a witch.
What are the two of you talking about? And why did you bring me here?
Patience, Your Highness. All will be clear in due time.
Jeez.
Oh my. Could this be it?
What the hell is that thing? Oh shit. That is a knight.
What is that thing? What's this feeling?
Marvelous! Marvelous! This is the legendary demon sent to wield 1,000 weapons. The Crimson Calamity, which was sealed away by Saint Sandlot and Dreikel's 250 years ago, and a fragment of the great power. The Vermilion Testarossa!
Testarossa sounds like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. So if the Azure Knight is your like Bugatti, and the Testarossa is your Lamborghini or Ferrari, that would make the Ashen Knight a Tesla, and it's the new shit on the block, and it's coming in to kind of say, hey, we got this shit. Sorry, I'm a car fanatic. Oh.
The Azure Tree? That's the name of the bizarre tree that appeared in Crossbell then?
Yeah, I found it out from the guild branch over there. Things still seem to be tense over in their direction. No one's really sure what it's for or what it can do. Don't think it'll have any direct effect on Erebonia, though.
Well, I suppose that's good news. Sort of.
Still, people on this side of the country are understandably feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, people have enough to worry about without a giant glowing tree sprouting up from out of nowhere.
Anyone would start feeling nervous at the sight of such a thing.
At least it should keep Calvert off our backs for a while, right? They're as clueless as we are on what that thing is, and they're not gonna risk an attack before they know for sure.
Exactly. In a sense, it's doing the same thing for us the barrier around Crossbell City did before it up and vanished. It's probably the best distraction Erebonia could ask for about now.
Oh, is that what your bracer instincts are telling you?
It doesn't take a bracer to think that, Eustace. If Calvert were to invade right now while the war's going on...
True. The situation we're under is plenty chaotic as it is.
All we can do right now is keep doing what we always have, and gather information. I'm sure we can do something to improve the situation here, but we don't know enough to decide what that something is.
I'm with Gaius. Let's just take a deep breath and do the best we can.
That's the best attitude to have right now, too. One thing we could do is keep looking around for other Thor students. We could always use more help, right?
We still need more Zemirian ore, too.
Oh, that's right. And there are still more spirit shrines left to explore as well.
Strangely enough, our best course of action is to simply continue doing what we've always done, albeit with renewed dedication.
That works for me.
Sounds like you've got things covered in the east, which means that all that's left for me is to wish you good luck. Take care of them. Okay, Sarah?
What else would I do? And you take care of yourself, too. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you before you reunite with your dearest Carnelia, now would we?
Oh. Yeah. Would you just drop that already? Anyway, keep it up, guys. I'll be in touch.
Oh, there goes all my fun.
What was all that about? Toval's girlfriend?
It did sound that way.
For further details, please consult a certain famous novel about a certain lovable scamp, now certainly available in all bookstores.
Poor Toval. Anyway, we should probably get to work. The best place to start would be checking the latest requests from Prince Oliver.
Of course there's more quests. Canyon or Canyon. Do you remember the scenic view? Oh, yeah. Prince Oliver. Do you remember the scenic views of Oryx Canyon? The days we spent there so in love? Wait, wrong letter. Anyway. Read, my good man. I've received word of a dangerous monster on the Oryx Canyon path. Could you be dear and take it out for me? Volsaron. Path 3, east area off the main road. I want to hold a concert to show the people of Keldic that all is not lost and help them start to heal. Would you be willing to aid me, Class 7? I'm hoping for Elliot's in particular. If so, please meet me in Keldic's chapel. We can figure things out from there. The trouble you helped resolve here in Legram has, shall we say, unresolved itself and continues to worsen. We believe the cause may again lie within Lohengrin Castle. As such, we would ask your class to investigate it and see if it can be resolved, whatever the problem may be. Please contact us at the Legram Bracer Guild if you were able to assist us. Klaus.
There's a request from Rosine about Keldic.
Yeah, if we can, I'd love to help her out.
Me too. It's the least we can do after all the market manager did for us.
I'm in agreement. We should try and help her if time permits.
Klaus also has something in mind for us, it would seem. And that being said, I think it'd be best if I were to accompany you for the time being.
I'd like to come along too, especially since we have the spirit shrines to worry about. Of course, Celine will be coming with me. You'll need both of us to get through the shrines after all.
That sounds fine by me. Thanks.
All right then, let's go.
Stay early, not possible to remove Laura from the party. Okay. Well, it said I need to have Emma for stuff. And gotta have my Sarah. And we're gonna take Eustace this time. Character notebook updated. We should check if anybody has anything new to say on the ship. I think I'm finally on top of all the inquiries coming in. But I can't believe how relaxed Vivi looks over there. You'd think she'd be at least a little stressed right now. I don't think that's a bad thing exactly. She does things at her own pace, but she's never let us down when it counts, even if she does love screwing around most of the time. Oh, what's that? Who loves screwing around? Reen? Oh my, I should have known, you naughty boy. Vivi, how many times do I have to tell you not to play with the airship's intercom? She must be trying to keep her sister from getting too gloomy, or maybe she's just screwing with me. Uh-huh. That tree thingy sure is crazy. I wonder if Bridgie can see it, wherever she is. Sigh. Croatian provincial army may have withdrawn from the war, but that doesn't mean we can let our guard down yet, especially after Rufus barged his way into our transmission range like we'd left the front door open. Do whatever it takes to keep us out of contact with the Noble Alliance from now on. Then I'm sure we won't hear a peep. You're proving your piloting skills time and time again at this point. I've got nothing but faith in you. Someone knows how to give a compliment. In that case, young Mr. Schwarzer, allow me the pleasure of ferrying you to the remaining spirit shrines apace. That Azure tree thingy's pretty nuts, huh? They're picking up readings from it all over the east side of the country, even in places that are really far from Crossbell. We shouldn't have to worry about it too much, just staying focused on the shrines for now. Aye aye, Fee. The Noble Alliance is really losing momentum here in the east. They're not wiped out just yet, but we should have enough leeway to explore the shrines without too much worry. Hopefully, but we don't know for how long. We've really got to get to work. Yep, just stay alert. I know you'll have Laura and Emma with you, but come to see me if you need me. I can't read. Wow, come see me if you need me. The Azure Tree's appearance is definitely spooky, but we can't let it stop us from doing what we need to do. We need to recenter our efforts on the spirit shrines and gather up all the students that are still waiting out there. And if we're lucky, that'll help soothe the minds of some of the Erebonians who are freaking out about it too. In other words, let's just keep on doing what we do best. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Is there students together? Check. Students. Oh, wow, there's a lot. Bridget. Year 1, Class 2, Wind Orchestra, staying with Baron Hancock's family in Berea Hard. Beryl, Year 1, Class 3, sighted around Ymir, so I gotta go home. Colette, helping at an inn along Berea Hard's Artisan Street. Yeah, I remember seeing her there. Rex, sighted at Aurochs Fort. Okay. Rosine, Celtic Chapel. Class has requested Class 7's assistance. And Teresia, at home in Berea Hard by order of Baron Caroline. Oh, it was like when I was in Berea Hard, they were like, oh, maybe I'll come talk to them later. So now I can finally talk to them. But before all that, we gotta go visit the different floors, starting down here, and then kind of work our way up. And we'll go. If you can get crystals about the same size as the first one from each of the 4 shrines, we'll be in business. Good luck with the whole trial part of your ore gathering. Once you finish all of those, it'll be time for me to flex my engineering muscles. Alright. Okay, this piece is almost complete, which means it's time for me to start thinking about my next one. You sure there's no spare Zemirian ore for me to work with, right? Positive, just like I was the last 100 times you asked. Oh, I can change the bike color. Oh man. Got the Elisa coloring, and the Fee coloring, and the Toa coloring. And then the Windy coloring. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Windy one. If a Sarah coloring opened up, I'd be all over that. Okay, I wanted to see Eustace managed to settle things with his dad. Guess he's got more guts than I give him credit for. Maybe I had him a bit wrong. Not that showing some spine makes up for his terrible cocky attitude, he's still pretty bad. Hey. Reinforcing it with Zemorian ore allowed even a simple steel blade to gain immense power. This is likely due to the ore amplifying the mana within you. Should you create an armament made solely from high purity Zemorian ore, its power would be greater still. Yeah, I'll bet. And with that power comes the ability to protect far more than I ever could before. That's all the motivation I need to bring back more ore. I await you successfully overcoming the Spirit Shrine trials. Yeah, number 2. And on this floor we have someone walking right past me. When oh when we'll be able to go home to Trista? We've been liberated Breahard now. Surely it can't be much longer before we plan on heading over there. I know how you feel, but it's too risky right now. Just hang in there a little while longer, Margarita. Must I? This weight is killing me. My desire to be reunited with my Vincent burns hotter by the day. If I have to wait much longer, I fear it will grow too great for me to control. All of a sudden, I feel incredibly motivated to get back to Trista. Alrighty. Hey, what's doing over here? Thought I could turn my skillful pen towards an essay about my experiences during the war. It's not really working though. I don't think I've ever had writer's block this bad before. Well, you're not exactly an essayist, right? If stories are your forte, why not stick to what you're good at? It's not like a dry old essay is the only way to tell people about life during a civil war. Now that's an idea. I'll start brainstorming. Maybe I'll even be able to find a way to slip some handsome young men into it. Yeah, that'll really drive the whole original message you were shooting for home. Sure, there are plenty of ways to show people the truth of this war. You're only limited by your imagination. As for me, I'm going to keep trying to do so with my camera. Just as Dorothy's a writer, I'm a photographer. Okay. The Azure Tree is quite the mind-boggling phenomenon, if I do say so myself. This nation has a richer store of ancient legends than most others on the continent, but none say anything about that tree. I find myself wondering if it has some relation to an artifact, or even one of the Septarians. Whatever it is, it's spectacular enough to send my curiosity blazing into overdrive. I simply have to know more. Okay, oh, that's a lot of people up in here. Hey! The Crossbell Guild branch is pretty well staffed with high-ranking bracers, but they might have their work cut out for them this time. That Azure Tree looks like it's going to be a dangerous place for even fighters of their caliber. From what I hear, they've got some good connections in the city's law enforcement branch they can count on to help, though. Law enforcement, huh? Yeah, over in Crossbell they have a police force set up to handle that stuff instead of provincial armies and such. A couple people from the police have made a real name for themselves in the past year and helped the guild out a lot. Anyway, right now, let's let the folks in Crossbell worry about themselves. You've got your own work to take care of. I suppose you're right. We still haven't finished our push into the spirit shrines, for one. Those people she mentioned sound interesting. I'd like the chance to meet them someday. Yeah, it'd be nice. Now that everything in Berea Heart has been resolved, we can finally get back to gathering Zemurian ore. Although that tree over in Crossbell isn't exactly putting my mind at ease. Yeah, still, that's a ways away. All we can do is focus on things here in Erebonia for now. We have to. That's right, if we can gather ore from the rest of the shrines, we should have enough to make Valamar's Tachi. I can't imagine the trials are about to get any easier, though. Even if they don't, I'm sure we'll be able to handle them. Especially with you on our side. We're counting on you. Thanks. So you're a silver angler now, huh? Not bad at all. I'll have to expand the lineup of rewards that you can exchange for your angler points for. Fish on, young Reen. Will do, thanks. Oh. Brother's been in Crossbow for a pretty long time now. Some of the people who went over there with have come back to the Lake Lord Company, but he's still out there. At least that's what we assume. Nobody's been able to get in touch with him since before the war broke out. Must be really worried, especially with that tree showing up out of nowhere. Nah, not really. He's tougher than you might think. I mean, he is going to inherit the company and all. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if he's made a home out of some lakeside cabin and is just fishing through the war. You two sound like brothers, alright. Okay, like, can we shop? So, I have the excellent rod. Breath, Holy Breath, and Mercuria. I don't have any of this stuff. Alright, thought you were going to give me some good stuff. With all the traveling you're doing, you need to make sure you're getting enough food to keep your strength up. Perhaps you could try one of those energizing cookies Margarita baked the other day. She said they're full of burning love and will make you so vivacious you can't even sleep at night. I'm good, thanks. I don't know what she put in there to achieve that effect. I'm pretty sure I don't want to. Right? How things going here? George asked if I could analyze some Zemurian ore for him, but I don't really fancy my chances of finding anything new. At least I haven't so far. It's fascinating though, like nothing I've ever seen before. Care about the monster guide. Oh wait, was there anyone else on the ship that I... Oh, down at the end. We'll have to come back in here to play some games. That tree thing is looking pretty nuts. Should keep the Republic busy for a while, but it doesn't mean all of our problems are solved. Even with Calvard out of the picture, it feels like this war is just about ready to hit its peak. Well, let's try to ignore that for now and find ourselves some Zemurian ore. And number 3. Hey, what's Monk doing up here? I managed to tune into Radio Trista earlier, just for a little bit. They were broadcasting some news program that replaced Advent time, and the sound quality was abysmal. But you know what? They actually talked about the Courageous. Are you serious? With Trista under Alliance control, I'd have thought the station would be too. Guess they're trying to get little bits of real news out every so often, even with whatever restrictions are on them. Yeah, I guess they're not rolling over and becoming an Alliance mouthpiece just because they lost Misty. This is no time to get all depressed. I need to exhibit the same sort of fortitude they are and help people. Now that father has been dealt with, we shouldn't need to worry about Berehard for a while at least. I still need to give some thought as to what ought to be done after the war, though. Right? This may sound strange coming from me, but don't overthink it. Put it out of your mind and just focus on the task at hand. Don't lose sight of the present by focusing too much on the past or the future. I know, I don't need you to tell me that. Having father arrested is a burden off my shoulders, if nothing else. Now all we can do is keep moving ahead. I'll say no more then. Seeing you all quiet and contemplative thing like this is just strange. Spare me your cheek. Looks like Eustace is going to be just fine. Sam is right, though. We have to focus on the present. I'll need to start thinking about the future of Berehard eventually, but right now the war is more pressing matter, as is overcoming my brother. As long as you all stand with me, however, my blade will never again falter. So please continue to lend me your aid. Got one in there. Let's see if there's anyone at the exit side of the ship. Hey, we got some buddies over here. The violent winds over eastern Erebonia are beginning to calm, but it feels as though it's just a momentary peace before a greater storm. What can we do in the face of that storm? I guess I'll have to figure that out before it's upon us. The Azure Tree's scary, but there's really nothing we can do about it right now. We've got our own problems to take care of right now. Though I'd like to keep helping out Keldic however I can too. Hey. Alright, so then I have a few places this way. Berehard freshly liberated, you can feel now the war situation has changed over the past few weeks. Obviously, a big part of that is due to all the amazing stuff you've done with your class. Guess I might have helped a little too, hee hee. I suppose I'll just need to keep on doing what I'm doing. Life for people in the Kreuzen province should begin to improve now that it's been removed from the war. I'm a pale imitation of my father, but I hope I did him proud. I don't intend to hang up my sword yet, though. Still want to join you as you explore the remaining spirit shrines. And I shall take you with. Cheers for everything, you lot. This will nay change what happened to Keldic. But Otto should be able to rest in peace now. Now we just need to focus on doing everything we can from here on out, too. Okay. Right. That's enough sentimentality for a lifetime. Becky's back in action starting now. Alrighty. Thank you, Becky. Let me congratulate you on your incredible work over at Oryx Fort. Truly masterful stuff. Becky isn't over what happened, obviously, but she's trying to act like it. I suppose it's a good sign she still has the energy. Still, with Berehard liberated, you know the Alliance will be doubling down to make sure you don't lose anywhere else. Meanwhile, I'm sweating over what might be going on at our head branch in Heimdall, but I'll just have to believe in Bills. That's the most logical thing to do, and in times like these, keeping your head screwed on straight is a must. Seem to be doing a great job of running the shop, especially without any prior experience in running one. Glad to hear your home over in the west seems to be alright too. Gotta have a reason to think so anyway. It seems to have been lucky enough to avoid getting caught up in the war. No guarantees it'll stay that way, so I still worry sometimes, but I can handle it. Still concerned about my hometown too, so I know how you feel. Still, now that we're here, we need to focus on our work. Wouldn't want to be a weak link in the chain, you know? I want my family to be proud of what I accomplished during the war, and I'm sure you feel the same. Definitely. Klein's right, I need to focus on doing my job on the Courageous to the best of my ability for now. That's the best way to reunite with my family sooner, and the best way to make them proud. Alright. Make them proud. And the training floor. Alright, yep. Okay. I understand Tilwell's point about the tree's appearance being more of a help than a hindrance to Erebonia, but doesn't it seem far too convenient for it to appear just as the threat of an invasion from Calvard began to loom? Strange as it is, I think it really is just a coincidence. Let's leave Crossbell's problems to Crossbell. We should focus on doing what we can for the people here in Erebonia. That tree sprung up out of the blue. Who can say whether it would disappear just as suddenly? You do have a point. I wish you the best of luck with gathering enough Zemurian ore. It may not seem like it now, but doing that is an important step in securing a peaceful future for Erebonia. Alright, Princess. I'll do that. That tree's anything to go by. Things must be wild over in Crossbell right now. We're gonna have to brace ourselves. Things might get even worse over here. But I guess it's a waste of energy to worry now. We just have to gather up more crew members in case they do. Well, we set Berea hard free, but where's Teresia? I mean, she's gotta be somewhere in the city, right? Where, man? Where? I think she's one of the people I have to go after. So you need to calm down. Damn it, Puff, just can't focus. The more I think about Bridget, the more nervous I get. At this rate, I'm going to be completely useless. Lon's got to clear his mind, but no matter how hard I push him, he can't. At least he sees what he needs to do, and he's growing up as a person, if not a swordsman. I don't know, is he really growing? What's this here about a request that the wind orchestra can help with? I just wish we all had all our members. I'm not sure how much of an orchestra we are when we're missing pieces. Wouldn't pass up the chance to try to help, though. Just let us know. And I believe that's it. That is everybody. On the ship. Back to the bridge. And this has been another exciting episode, information-filled episode, if you will, of RPG Corner, where we played more Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm really excited because it seems like things are really ramping up. Man, let's get a camera shot of that horse up there. Things are really ramping up, and I think we're moving towards a final showdown at some point here. I don't know how close we are, but I'm assuming it's getting pretty close. Actually, kind of sad because I can't play Part 3 because there's no version of it that's available here in the US yet. I mean, and I don't know Japanese. All the years of watching anime have not prepared me at all for being able to translate it. Maybe if I take some classes on the side I could learn, and then, you know, maybe I'll learn Japanese before it's eventually made and translated over here so that I can play it. Eventually do hope to play it. Anyways, enough of that ramble. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.